Hello again. I'm sure that we have all noticed that the BBC are very keen on making sure that they have people of black African origin in all the programmes which they produce. There are twice as many people in Britain whose ancestry lies in the Indian subcontinent, but they seldom get a look in, any more than do the 400,000 people in this country of Chinese heritage. The preoccupation of the BBC is solely and exclusively with black people. For many organisations in this country, diversity now means simply having more black people around. Never mind that 97% of the population are not black. Black people are a universal visual shorthand which shows that you are progressive and unprejudiced. The truth is, all that it really shows is that you're using black faces as a gimmick. Anybody serious about reflecting the community they serve, as we say these days, would in Britain ensure that only one person in 33 used in their advertisements or television programmes was black. This mad obsession with Africans and Caribbeans has now reached its ultimate expression in the publicity shot shown in the thumbnail to this video for a BBC drama series called The Pact. Every single character is black. This poster might honestly be from another country. Here's a quick test to see whether this is me showing racial prejudice or the BBC demonstrating it. Can any viewers really imagine a poster like that from the BBC for a mainstream series in which every one of the people shown was Indian or Chinese? No? The BBC are prejudiced against those minorities and obsessed with black people. I expect that there are sound commercial considerations at work here because these days everything on television and all films are made with a view to the American market. Now, I will readily admit that I do the same thing with the books that I write. My publisher is always telling me to bear in mind what the Americans will like. It's just the way things are these days. That poster would play well when advertising this series in America, far better than if all the people shown were Pakistani Muslims or Sikhs, say. I'm sure that that is at least part of the explanation. The BBC now fill their schedules with black people as continuity announcers, the quizmaster of Mastermind, newsreaders, actors, and in every other public capacity. This is done to such a ludicrous extent that it is plain to any ordinary person that rather than reflecting the society which they serve, the BBC is creating its own vision of what they would like society to be. This is a very different thing from abolishing prejudice and allowing equal opportunity. Do any viewers really think that just 3% of the people they see on BBC television are black? More to the point, do they think that they see twice as many people of Indian and Pakistani heritage on BBC as they do black people? That would be reflecting the makeup of society, but I see no sign that the BBC are planning to do something of that kind in the near future. In other words, the BBC portrayal of race is not descriptive. They are not showing how things actually are. It is rather prescriptive, in that they are showing us how they think things should be. This is strange and alarming because this is the national broadcaster, and they are, as far as can be seen, engaging in propaganda here. By producing publicity shots like the one in the thumbnail, they are telling us clearly that this is what they would like to see in future society in Britain. I'm not at all sure that it's the correct role of a publicly funded body to do this sort of thing, unless they are being nudged into doing so by the government or something.